What is up, YouTube? This is JR Juggernaut 1, and yeah, I'm basically back making a video after my few-week hiatus, which was very unexpected, I gotta say. Um, yeah, basically when I got back, I was kind of flooded with work, papers, exams, so I kind of decided I should take a break from the videos just to let myself regain composure. And I kind of realized, you know, I don't want to make any like false promises regarding videos. So I decided that I'm going to kind of make one day, I'm going to at least make one day of the week, set it aside for putting up at least a video or two on something. Not sure what it's going to be yet, but it's definitely, I know it's going to be it's most likely going to be Thursdays where I post up at least one new video. Um, but that's not the only reason why I'm making this video. I'm also making this video because I kind of wanted to talk about YCS Charlotte, even though it's 2 a.m. here and it's happening in less than 12 hours. So, yeah, definitely wanted to talk about that. So, YCS Charlotte is going to be huge. I mean, I haven't been playing any Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've been keeping up with the format for the most part. And it is, what's the word I want to use to describe? I guess definitely interesting. You have all these different decks that are going to be running about, and the deck that wins, it seems like, is going to kind of be a sign of what's dominant, but I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot that's kind of going through my head about this event. So, I kind of have 4 decks in mind that I think one of which is going to win. First deck is going to be Gravekeepers. I've stressed how much I don't like this deck because of how annoying it is and how it's not going to really get hit by the ban list, justifiably. Like it's not going to get hit as hard as it needs to be for a while, and that really bugs me. But it's a very good deck. It still shuts down a lot of the more popular decks, but at the same time, players are finding ways to just side against it because they know how popular it is. The fact that it's popular means that players are going to make sure they set aside space in their side deck for this deck. So think about it however you want, but still good deck, great contender. Next deck is, oddly enough, going to be Dragoonides. Dragoonides are a very good deck. In spite of the fact they have a bad matchup against Gravekeepers, I still think they have a shot at winning this whole thing. But I guess we'll see what happens with that. This is kind of going to be it's first time that it's being used competitively, so we'll see what happens with it. Number 3 is X-Sabers, because X-Sabers still good. They're gonna use the hell out of Trap Stun. They don't need Cold Wave in order to be great. They're going to be very solid, and yeah, definitely gonna get there. I know some people are thinking, what about GBs or Blackwings? Blackwings obviously got hit very hard. If they couldn't win a YCS before, what makes you think they're actually going to do it now? And with GBs, Book of Moon to 1 really hurts them. Forbidden Lance is good, but it's not as good as Book of Moon, so there's only so much the deck can do. And the last deck, which is the deck I want to run, call it whatever you want. I call it Gemini Zero. It's basically a sort of stun version of E-Heroes, where you focus more on locking down your opponent and being able to special summon, but you're not entirely focused on special summoning E-Heroes. That way you're not kind of murdered by royal oppression or cards of that nature. I'm going to show you kind of the deck list I have now, because I kind of want to tell you guys what the build I have in place and how it's going to change depending on whether or not this deck tops at all. I would like to see it, though. Definitely would. Sorry if my voice is a little out of it, long night and such. But here's the lineup for it. So the deck runs 16 monsters, and I am going to leave a link to this deck list in the comment box below. So if you don't want to listen to this, you can just look at the deck list. It's fine. We have 1 elemental hero, Stratos, because it's the main elemental hero. 3 Neos Alius, because it's The card is boss, let's be honest. One elemental hero, Ocean, because Ocean, in my opinion, is overlooked. It's water. It really allows you to really gain major pluses, and it's just a good card. And one elemental hero, Wildheart, that kind of rounds out the heroes. Wildheart, it's good. You can sit on it. Really, the fact that it isn't affected by traps is good, even though, yeah, it's obviously affected by, you can still Solemn Warning it or whatnot, but it's good. I like that your opponent really is forced to use resource on it, especially if they're, depending on the deck they're playing. Moving on, we have 2 Gemini Lancers, another Gemini monster, water, self-explanatory. Double Cyber Dragon, because Cyber Dragon is very, still very good standard card right now. 3 Thunder King Rai-Oh, because it really knows how to shut down the opponent. And it's also a 1900 beater, can't go wrong. This is an interesting tech of mine, 2 King Tiger Wanghu. I want to test this out, but I think it's going to work. It's a 1700 beater when its effects aren't negated, and when they are negated, and when they aren't negated, stops your opponent from getting weak monsters out. Very, very good in my opinion. And I think the best part about that is King Tiger Wanghu does not hurt your deck in any way, because you only play 1 monster that has less than 1400, that's 1400 attack or less, and that would be the last card, Honest. 8 targets for it. I definitely think it's enough for 1 Honest, justified. Moving on to the spells, we have Trip Gemini Spark, because you have 5 targets, and let's be honest, if you can run 3 Gemini Spark with only 3 targets, you can definitely do it with 5. 3 Miracle Fusion, because you want to special summon like crazy with it. 2 Pot of Duality. I hate that I'm saying that, I really do. I really don't want to need Pot of Duality for this deck, but it really is effective. It lets you get to the key cards you need. You're not special summoning a lot, so it really makes sense, but I don't think you should run more than 2, because you have a few different ways of special summoning. So, simply put, double MST, just because it really helps. 1 Future Fusion, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Rhoda, 1 E-Call, and 1 Book of Moon. All standard spell cards. For traps, as we ran 16 spells, as I said, we ran 9 traps. Trip Skill Drain, may cut it down to 2, not sure, but definitely got to run at least 2. It's a very good card. It doesn't shut down all decks, but when it hurts, it really hurts. 1 Solemn Warning, may bump it up to 2, but I only have 1 right now, so that's how it's going to stay. I know, like, that's kind of weird, seeing as how I expect to run 2 Duality, but again, it's like I'm just thinking about I think about this, I may only run 1 Warning in the end anyway. 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Hero Blast, 1 Torrential Tribute, not sure if that's actually going to stay there, but and 1 Seven Tools of the Bandit. 7 Tools is for countering the Solemn Judgments, for the Solemn Warnings. You know that you really need to use this card, because it will really helps with making big pushes. Extra deck, only thing that's really set in stone are the first 8 cards. We have 2 Zero, 2 Shining, 2 Gaia, 2 Dragon, and Draco Quest. You need all these cards because you have super polymerization in your side decks, so definitely helps. So you can get out Dragon Knight pretty easily. Stardust and Scrap, because Stardust Dragon, Scrap Dragon, Colossal Fighter, Armory Arm, Bryanak, Magical Android, Black Rose Dragon. Just using their effects, because just using these synchros because random, but since you can Monster Reborn theoretically one of their tuners, it actually makes sense that you have synchros in here. Still need 1 more Zero, and I would need 2 Gaia, but I'm gonna have to figure something out, I suppose. That's basically the deck. That's version 1 right now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this video wasn't too long, and yeah, guess I'll post a video over the weekend, talk about my thoughts about the YCS. Hope you guys enjoyed, and that's pretty much it.